expect.
I want to tap into depression. What's your thoughts on that?
I think that it's massively overdiagnosed. I say depression isn't real because I speak in absolutes. I think the idea of feeling depressed is real. I don't feel like it's a clinical disease that you catch from the sky and it can't be fixed. I feel like depression is feedback, pain is feedback, and your mind and body is telling you something must change. And if you make those changes, you will feel happier. I don't buy into the idea that it is a disease. I think it's situational, and you must change your situation and your actions and your decisions to feel better. And that's why I say it's not real. It's not a disease.
I have a point of view on it. I wanted to share mine and see if it kind of matches yours, and if you have a viewpoint on it.
Sure.
When I grew up, I like to describe myself. And then a lot of people get annoyed about that. And they're like, why do you talk about yourself? Because who the fuck am I going to talk about? Do you know what I mean? Like, I hate that.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to sit there and talk about Joe. I don't know who the fuck Joe is.
Yep.
I'm going to talk about George.
Yep.
George was raised, if I came home, I had a really tough childhood.
Yep.
And that's documented. I have a tough childhood when it came to making friends. I wasn't educated. They didn't know I was dyslexic. I had a lot of problems. When I came home, if I ever looked at my mom like, I'm depressed, she goes, no, you're not. And she nipped it right there.
Yeah.
Stop saying that. And then I grew up, and I'm reflecting. I'm going to bring it back to the Bible.
Yep.
In the beginning was the what?
In the beginning was light, wasn't it? In the beginning was the stars, and I should know this.
In the beginning was the Word.
The Word, you're right.
And he created everything with what? His mouth.
Yep.
And everything's vibration.
Yep.
People that don't even believe in God believe in energy.
Yes.
Okay. I think that we got to a place where if I looked at you every single day and I was somebody you cared about and was like, you're depressed, bro. You have anxiety. You have anxiety. I have anxiety. So if I'm telling myself this every single time I have a problem, I'm feeding myself this. Bruce Lee had a thing saying, don't joke about yourself because your body doesn't even know what's a joke or not, right? Yeah. So the philosophy that I'm going about is, are you talking it into existence? Are you, what's the word? Manifesting it.
Of course you are.
So I don't understand why people, they go to a therapist or they go to medication, but they won't fix their fucking mouth first.
It's so interesting you say this because when I say depression isn't real and it's situational and you have to change your situation to feel better, people often come back to me and say, well, what about celebrities? Because celebrities live perfect lives and they kill themselves. And I argue that with the exact point you made because a celebrity sits there, Robin Williams, I'm depressed. And instead of people sitting down with them and saying, Robin, listen.
Shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up. Yeah. You're as famous as you can get. You live the most privileged life you can live. You can have a 19-year-old girlfriend tomorrow. Let's find out what's making you sad. Let's go on safari. Let's see some tigers.
Or get rid of the shit that's making you depressed.
Completely.
There's no attack towards making progress. There's just trying to take the easy way out.
That's
One,
right.
labeling myself.
Yep.
Sorry, guys. I can't do it today. I have anxiety
Yep.
or I have depression.
Yep.
Now, mind you, there might be some people out there that actually wake up and they have a lot of things on them. I think you need to find God.
Oh, absolutely.
That's it. Because if you had a God, you would know that you could cast your anxieties and depression on him.
Yep.
Now, having faith is a big thing for me. Big thing.
Yep.
If I didn't have faith, all the obstacles that I would look at, let me give you an example. When I first started the show, I was like, I don't know how, but I'm going to have this conversation with you. Yep. Now, fucking crazy. I came off of impulsive. Some people might not even want to do anything with me because I was the laughed at kid.
Yeah.
But I manifested and I pushed and I encouraged myself.
Yep.
I could have sat around like a pussy and be like, oh, no one's going to give a fuck about me. No one's going to do this. No one's going to do that. But if I can't care about myself, if I can't push myself,
right.
and if I can't encourage myself, who the fuck's going to come around and do that for me?
Nobody's going to care about you more than you.
Nobody.
Nobody's going to wake up each morning and go, you know what? Andrew Tate only has 53 cars. He needs a 54th car. I'm going to get up and I'm going to work hard and buy him a car. No, that's my job.
Did your money make you happier? Or did it kill?
In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. I really like how it says, in the beginning was the Word. So I like to think it in every situation, or even just the start of your day, right? In the morning, once you wake up, always speak and think positively. Simple as that. The moment you start with a positive attitude, it really, most of the time, or actually every time, it reflects your whole day. So always think positively. And depression, right? I too have experienced depression, especially in the quarantine days. I think it was in 2021 to 2022, those quarantine days. I was so depressed. Why? Because everything I did was so degenerate. At one point, I actually gained 90 kilograms. Some of you be like, Just 90 kilograms? Take note that I was 5'4". A 5'4" man who gained 90 kilograms. In the BMI, I'm not really sure in the BMI, but I know that was supremely obese. For a 5'4" man, that is supremely obese. So yeah, back to what I'm saying. Depression is easily counterable. How? How I did it? How I escaped depression in my quarantine days? I simply first journal. First, write down the things, the factors on what made you depressed, right? Or if you still don't know the factors that made you depressed, start writing down what you did the whole day, and view and watch it, and read it, and find ways that you could change it, right? Let's say, for example, you wrote down the whole day you did nothing. The whole day you were just eating. The whole day you were just watching porn. The whole day you were just, playing video games. That could be a big factor why you're depressed. So what do? Easily change it. Make a whole new daily routine. Like start going to the gym. Start learning about God. Start reading the Bible. Start going out. Start talking to people. Or you could, set a goal for your, let's say, your finance or your fitness. Start going to the gym. It's that simple. For me, depression is not a disease. And in this generation, a lot of doctors, especially in this generation, is now calling depression a disease. Wherein, like, if you tell, a doctor that you're depressed, I'm not really sure if it's a doctor, but they will just simply just give you antidepressants. Don't go to a doctor or a therapist. Yeah, don't go to a therapist if you're depressed. Don't. Go to God. Simply pray. And if you want to know how to hear God, simply read the Bible. Prayer and reading the Bible. And if you are not willing to do that, then that is why you're depressed. You have no discipline. Discipline as well, actually. Now, I understand that there are actually legit people that are going through situations that are making them depressed. But it matters on how you respond to that situation. Let's say, for example, how about you're driving, right? You're driving and you're going to school, or if you're an adult, you're going to work, right? And boom, suddenly your vehicle just malfunctioned. It broke down. There's two things that would happen. Number one, it's either you will start complaining. You will, rah, 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 rah. Why did this break? Why did this happen? I'm going to be late. I'm going to be late for work. My boss is going to yell at me, blah, 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 blah. Or let's say my grades are going to deteriorate because, I'm going to be late. Now, if you're going to ask yourself, did that help you? No. What benefit did you get from complaining the whole time? Nothing. Or the second thing that could happen is that you stay positive. Simply say, thank you, Lord. This could be a situation where I could learn from, right? I could learn. I could start learning how to fix a car. Or for if the next time that this will actually happen to me again, I will know what to do. So this could be a test, right? Simple as that. Stay positive. And as I go through social media, well, I don't really go through social media anymore, but before, when I used to always go through social media, all I see is I'm depressed. I'm sad. Well, in Bisaya or in Tagalog, because I'm in the Philippines, they always say, kapuyas kinabuhi, patya na lang ko. Or in English, I'm tired in life. Just someone kill me, or something like that, right? If you keep posting those things, what do you think would happen? You're going to be depressed the whole time. Nothing will change, right? So instead of posting those, kill me, or I'm depressed, or I'm sad, do something about it. In later podcasts, when I was listening to the whole thing, Andrew Tate said he has a word that he always used every time, and it was the word actionable. What that means is, if there's something wrong, it's easily actionable. Find ways. If in that day you cannot find a way, keep it into a category, like, let's say, oh, so it's just gonna happen. It is what it is. It is what it is category. but as time pass, there might be a chance that you could find not a situation, but a solution to that situation, right? Do something about it. Actionable. It is actionable. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm sorry if I keep stuttering, or I'm not really good at speaking, because this is my first vid. Give me some slack. I am not used to this, and English is not my first language, so my vocabulary is still small. So